What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing another video of my Nintendo Switch, or about my Nintendo Switch, because obviously it's still here. I didn't sell this Nintendo Switch, but I did sell my Nintendo Switch Lite, but I just basically call it my Nintendo Switch because all my friends don't know what a Switch Lite is, but they know what a normal Switch is, so just got used to saying that. But so obviously I still have my regular Nintendo Switch, but I did sell my Nintendo Switch Lite, and it's for a few reasons. Most people know that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming up. They released a trailer that has quite a bit of views, and in April, so in like about a month, they're gonna do another like trailer about it. So I hope we get to see like a lot more about it. Hopefully it's a longer trailer and stuff. And we don't know a release date yet, but we do know it's coming out this year. So yeah, that's pretty much confirmed. And that was one of the main reasons I sold my Nintendo Switch Lite, was because I wanted some extra money to use, like some easy money to get for the Switch 2 that I could put into savings for it. And I could have just kept it, I know, but then I'd end up with 3 Nintendo Switches, and that kind of goes to the next reason why. I just didn't play my Switch Lite that much. When I first got it, I played it quite a bit, but I found myself just coming back to the regular Nintendo Switch because it has a bigger screen, removable Joy-Cons, and you can connect it to the TV, you know, that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I just still mainly used my Switch as my primary one, and I would just play the Switch Lite every once in a while. There's only a couple games I got for it that like I exclusively played on it, but I just eventually moved them over to my regular Nintendo Switch because I preferred to play them on this, and so I could play them on the TV. But yeah, those are like 2 of the reasons, just because I didn't play it as much as I thought I would, not because it's like it's a good console or a handheld console, but and obviously it's not meant to be just like the Nintendo Switch, but I just didn't end up playing it as much, so I sold it. And I'm using that money towards the Nintendo Switch 2 because I'm very excited for that. And I hope they release Mario Kart 9 with it because the trailer made it seem like they would, but who knows. I am trying to get like a couple launch games with it when they come out, because I've never gotten a console like on launch day, or especially any games with one, so it'll be nice to do that. It'll be my first console I'm like buying on launch, or I'm gonna try to, so hopefully it's not sold out. I am gonna try to pre-order it if I can, but again, that's probably gonna be kind of hard. And yeah, so basically I just didn't play it that much, and I don't remember the other reason. Oh yeah, and the Switch 2, obviously, that's what I was just talking about. So yeah, and there's like other few small things I could get into about the Switch Lite, but I got it, I would say, in like 2020 or 2021, I think maybe 2021. So I've had it for I would say I had it for 3.5 years about. And I don't know, I got it a little bit after it came out. It might have been like 3.5 years ago when it came out, but anyways, I got it not super long after it came out. The Switch Lite, like, there's certain things I do like about it better. You know, it has like, obviously the Joy-Cons aren't removable, which some people don't mind, because some people just like to play in handheld mode, which is why one of the reasons they made it, you know. But it also just looks nice being one color, because I had the blue Switch Lite, or the teal one, whatever, and yeah, it was nice. It was really pretty, and it had like a smooth back. Like, this one's like, it's smooth, but I mean, it's not like, it did have a matte finish, unlike this. So yeah, I liked that. I just liked how it was all connected together. It didn't have a kickstand either, sadly, even though the Switch ones aren't the best, but it does have its own dedicated cover for the micro SD, since the micro SD on the Switch just goes under the kickstand, which the Switch Lite does not have. So yeah, and my Switch Lite, I wanted to have an extra one to use because I played mine a lot, and I don't know, I was just, at the time I was worried I was gonna like play it too much and break it or something, because the screen, you can't really see it on camera, but it's kind of popping out a little bit, and it was just getting scratched up and it would just heat up a lot. So I just wanted to have another one to store my games on because I was running out of storage for my Nintendo Switch. So I wanted to have a backup one instead of just buying a new micro SD card for some reason, because either way I did that like not long after I had my Switch Lite. I still ended up getting more storage for this one just because I used it so much. But yeah, I just don't think I could ever sell my original Nintendo Switch because this is like the V1 model. Like this isn't the V2 model, so it came with like its original box and stuff. So it's not much different from the V2 version, and I'm not talking about the OLED one. I'm talking about just the regular Nintendo Switch because they released two versions of it, which not that many people know about. But yeah, the box was just different in the second version, and also that one had better battery life and, you know, maybe a few other tech specs. But yeah, I think that was the main thing. It just had better battery life. And yeah, so I have the original one. I just think it's a little bit more valuable, even though technically it's not as good as the V2. But I'm glad I have the original one, and I feel like someday it's gonna be like the hardest kind of Switch to find. Yeah, so that's another reason, just because I have the original Nintendo Switch. But also, like I said, I have like, well, in a previous video I made about my Nintendo Switch accessories, like I just have so many Nintendo Switch accessories that I wouldn't really be able to use with my Switch Lite. So I kept this one, and you know, a good reason to keep the Switch Lite over this one is that the Switch Lite's different than this. It's more dedicated for handheld, yet you can still play it like a Nintendo Switch. And the Switch 2 is gonna be like this, just bigger and stuff. So technically I'd still have a basically a normal Nintendo Switch and a Switch Lite. And I would probably be having more variety that way with my consoles. But even though this thing's probably going to be more similar to the Switch 2 than the Switch Lite will be, still, this one's just too good to get rid of. Like, I love playing it on the TV, but I also love playing in handheld mode, so I do a little bit of both. But, yeah. So, I don't know if I'll play my Switch much after the Switch 2 comes out, just because you can play your Switch games on the Switch 2, and hopefully they'll be more enhanced somehow, because that'd be nice. Because then I don't see much of a point in playing them on it. I guess, well, there is a point, unless, you know, you're like selling your Switch and you want to switch to something like that. It's just more nice to be able to play them on both. But of course, it's going to have its own exclusive games when it comes out, so you won't be able to play them on this thing. But yeah, when I got my Switch Lite, I even got this cool Mario Kart case. Nothing too crazy, it's not big or anything, but it's pretty portable. But it has room for like extra stuff and a cool zipper. And then I made a video about it already, like this, talking about my accessories, and this was in that video, but it just came with some cool stuff. And it even came with a cleaning cloth, but I don't know what happened to it. But it was a Mario Kart one, which looked cool. Then it has room for games, and of course putting your Switch Lite in there. So this is all I have left of it. I just didn't end up selling it with my Switch Lite, but I sold the box it came in and everything, and the original charger. And since I had the European one, I gave them an actual like American charger that people can use, because I mean, you can find an extension, but the European chargers look different, so they don't just connect into any American outlet. So yeah, I gave them the original European charger and the an actual Nintendo Switch charger that I bought online. I think it's a third-party one, which doesn't matter for the Switch Lite because, you know, it'll charge it just normally. But for the regular Nintendo Switch, I'm pretty sure you actually need an official Nintendo Switch charger to be able to like play it on the TV, because I don't think it lets you if you do that with a third-party charger, which is what I've tried before, and I'm pretty sure that's what it told me. So that was kind of annoying, and I don't see why they do that, because like it's still, you know, it's just a charger. So I don't know why they had to make it just for Nintendo Switch chargers to be able to use on the TV, but yeah, you get my point. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I don't think you should get rid of your Nintendo Switch unless you are like a collector and just like the fact of finding value in the original Nintendo Switch, which, you know, many people will just be like, you know, I don't really care, I'll just sell my Switch and get the Switch 2, which there's nothing wrong with that, because they are going to be similar. Like, it is just a Nintendo Switch 2, so it's going to be similar to the regular Switch, so that definitely makes sense for why you'd want to sell it. but I am keeping this one just because it has its own accessories that I've gotten for it, you know, like the Joy-Cons. You might be able to connect them to the Switch too, but not like physically like onto the console, you know. It might be like the not Bluetooth, but you know, just however they connect. And yeah, so just for me personally, I don't want to get rid of my original Nintendo Switch, but if you have a Switch Lite, I feel like that's more of a reason to actually trade it in, just because it doesn't have as much as the original Nintendo Switch. But some people might like the Switch Lite more just because it does hold its own values. They're just not as many. And overall, it is kind of a downgrade from the original Nintendo Switch. Not by much, but it still kind of is with certain things. But that's the whole point of it. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. I will upload another video soon. I'm not sure what it's going to be about yet, but yeah, see you guys in the next one.